To Biafra, consecrated nation, O Fatherland, peace be our solemn pledge, defending thee shall be our dedication, spilling our blood, we will count our privilege. Now waving standard which embolden thee free, shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared we'll pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to yield, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this kind a land of righteousness.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever. There is only one.
Mommy, don't cry. Daddy, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Freedom is here, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra, yeah. Freedom is here. It's hey. Hey, Papa God, I want to thank you for this beautiful thing where you did do for us. Finally Biafra is here, so make you never give up. I know yes, they killed us many years back. I know yes, they try to pull us down, but this kinda work this way. Thank you for all the good things. Now you don't make us better. Now everything done better. Now thank you for the good things. See everything done better. We're living fine. See my brothers being killed. Nigerian soldiers keep on killing us because we said for freedom. Yeah, take my life, but you can never take away that joy. Freedom is ours. We got what it takes to live. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Freedom is here. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra, yeah. Biafra, my country, my country. Biafra, yes we never give up. Yes we no go give up. Never give up. No, they give up. My country, Biafra, eh. We no go give up. Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Everywhere you go, we have what it takes. We have what it takes. Biafra, yeah, yo.
Yes, good people of Biafra, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience, wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafomefo, who hails from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Diokpa Uche Ukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project, the Biafran Restoration Project, to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand. But it's just a matter of time. Biafrans will understand. By the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State. And I must remind you that every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. It's not about having been indoctrinated by the Nigerian state. It is not about the negligence of most of our leaders who has gone before us, who actually allowed Nigeria to balkanize the Biafran nation. Just the same way some people are sitting idly and looking for who to call name, and they expect people like us to allow Nnamdi Kanu to destroy all that is left of us. It is not going to be possible, because in the end, posterity will judge all of us. This having been said, I will go ahead to acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. Indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, you know them by their fruit. They are everywhere on social media dishing out propaganda, lies, and blackmail. You know them by antagonizing everybody. The moment you say something that is not in their favor, they antagonize you. And you see, the amazing thing is that they wallow in ignorance. Majority of them don't even know what they've gotten themselves involved in. And then people like Chike Doziem, China Sanguru, Austin Abanyim, the gangster called DOS, they're cashing out on all of us. They soiled their hand with innocent blood. It is difficult for you to understand at this stage. But ask yourself one simple question. What has led us to this point? Are you telling me it will be the collected money from Anambra governor or Nigerian government? Is that what you are telling me? That Dr. Kado came to Benin Republic and collect money? Is that what you are telling me? That Diokpa Uchimefo collected money from Ojis Okalo, and that I, George Onyibe, collected money from Mwike to kill Igbo people? I understand the level of your wickedness, but I'm a match for all of you. Here in Biafra Nation Alliance, we will match you. And so indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, the recruit in Kuwait, those in Biafra land, I understand you are running out of data now. But I know China Sanguru, they will do something about it. Come and curse your father. Come and curse your mother. Insult all of them. Insult your elders. Makani fere mono. To you, you are fighting for freedom. But you know nothing about this freedom we speak of. But we will help you. I will always acknowledge you until I feel it's not necessary. Nnamdi Kanu controversial arrest. Our eyes are there. Let us see how the amnesty is going to be. I will acknowledge genuine Biafrans, members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, who, irrespective of the challenges, you stand your ground. Your message may not be very loud at this moment, but yet you lend your voice to the genuine people of Biafra. All our administrators across the globe, you are highly appreciated. Biafra Nation Alliance, all the media representatives, you are highly appreciated. And of course, those of you sent by Nnamdi Kanu still in our midst, we know you. We help you waste your time. You are highly appreciated. We acknowledge all of you. There is a reason why they have to be plus and minus. Without this both arithmetic progression being put in place, and then life is not complete. That is why God left Satan, because you need light as much as you need darkness. In fact, beautiful things of this world are manufactured. They are created in darkness. And so when you are fooling yourself around within the Biafra Nation Alliance, the watchmen, those saddled with spiritual responsibility, and you think we are naive, you have to think again. I acknowledge all of you, and of course other pro-Biafran group who have come together under the auspices of the de facto customary government of Biafra land. I acknowledge all of you. These are not easy decisions to take. These are not tasks for jolly be good. It's really very difficult. But yet you made that decision. You took your stand. You are highly appreciated. On behalf of the living and the dead Biafrans, I acknowledge you this evening. We must continue. But then who am I to proceed without acknowledging the Creator? Chukwu okike abịama, Chukwu hụ ka eluigwe lale, usoro ugbu onye anyị ji anyị isi, enye anyị ji ahụ ụzọ. Sọnị m ghọghọ ihe Chukwu menimo, ero n'ime o n'ụwa ga-eju m obi o, ghọghọ n'ọsọka mo, usolugbu eme n'ime kelere n'afa nsọ ya o. Mụne m sọnị m ghọghọ o maka ihe Chukwu menimo, ịmakwa n'ero n'ime o ka n'ụwa ga-eju m obi o, ghọghọ n'ọsọka mo, usolugbu eme n'enyi ya ekelere n'afa nsọ ya o. Mekọ ha. And of course, this evening we will proceed to see how much we can be able to lend our voice to people of conscience around the world, to Biafrans around the world, so they can be guided, because we have found ourselves in a precarious situation and we cannot allow the enemy to overrun us, not under our watch. We will do what necessary, however and whenever. Yesterday in our broadcast, our daddy in the Lord, of course, Mazi Ubidi Ubinu, when he joined the program, he said something about the history, about the pattern, about the method through which the people of Israel were able to fight and restore the state of Israel. And I did said we will look into it. And of course, the story are not eaten. They are before the global archive. You can't get this information. But it is positioned in such a way that it could take you more time to be able to disciple all of them and put them in proposition. And so this evening, it is imperative that we bring out some of the major points, how the Israelites were able to rally around themselves globally. And then within 12 years, the state of Israel was rebuilt. Just 12 years. But I want to believe that this knowledge tonight will help us understand the need why we must begin to go back to the drawing board. And you don't need to be ashamed. Let us look at the area where we are failing, and then let everybody stand up to their responsibility. If it can happen for the state of Israel, ours should not be impossible. It should not be. And so this evening our topic is simply titled Learning from the Ordeal, the Israel Ordeal. Learning from the Israel Ordeal. As we speak, Biafrans, most especially, are on social media. The indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They are propelling lies, trying to stage manage your brain, to distract you and make your brain unprofitable. Oh, Obasanjo said Buhari must to talk to Nnamdi Kanu. If Obasanjo ever said that, Obasanjo should be ashamed of himself, because according to Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari is dead. Except Obasanjo want to kill Nnamdi Kanu. But of course it is to be expected. But people who cannot reason, they are just like, hey, yes, Obasanjo must to, Buhari must to sin Nnamdi Kanu. So they talk about Biafra. Biafra can do here, be Biafra can do. You must understand at this point, Nnamdi Kanu has lost the moral right to speak for the people of Biafra. You will not understand, but you will see the truth. So what are they talking about? Igbo nation? Will that bring people who has been poisoned for saying the truth, people like Chimaobi Okafor? Will this bring the truth and return those who are missing like Basil Akwara? Are you telling me the people now, the Kanu, Benjamin Madubugu, to be buried alive in Anambra, will sweep it under the carpet? Are you telling me because I survived being poisoned by members of IPOB 5 different times, does it make me better than those people? We have not started the discussion, no. But I just want you to understand how we are fighting our freedom. Hey, media warrior, oh yes, Buhari must to talk to Nnamdi Kanu, and so bloody what? Will that resurrect over 10 million Biafrans who have died in the hand of this man? I do not want to present myself as being influenced by hatred, because I hate no man, but I hate actions of some men. And with all displeasure, we register our displeasure. With anger and bitterness, we register our displeasure. Yeah, on social media. The word they put at notice, so we put in the word at notice, so they are killing us, so away, they are killing us, so away. We should be ashamed of ourselves sometime. I remember when I was younger, there was a boy in my class. We call him Odogu. Odogu was the biggest student in my time. He should be primary 6. All this overgrown baby. Odogu, because of his size, was very good intimidating us. And I was one of the youngest in my class. And one day Odogu came to me and he stretched his hand to shake me as a pally. I never knew he was having a razor blade in his hand. And as I opened my hand to shake him, he used his razor blade to tear the center of the palm of my hand. It was bleeding furiously. I cried and I went home. My father is not an easygoing man, and I knew Odogu and his family were going to be in serious trouble. I cried and wailed home to report to my father what they have done to me. And to my greatest surprise, my father said, "Can I see the hand?" I showed him. He looked at it and said, "What happened?" I explained to him. He said, "Your fellow man used razor to cut your hand like this, and you are shouting and crying, so that what will happen?" My father gave me uppercut. Serious beating. He took me back to Odogu's house. It was war that night. But my father actually wanted to teach me that I need to fight for myself. What happened if he's not there? I'll go to his grave and cry, test by moonlight. Sometimes we should be ashamed of ourselves. What if the international community is not there? And what if they have decided not to get involved until we do the right thing? And then the Chikedu will come and tell you, "We are putting the word on notice, you. Hey, we world community, you. Come and look at us, oh, they are killing us, oh. They are killing us, oh. Hey, they are killing us, oh. All of you buy food down, oh. Buy food down, oh, only Biafra, oh. Buy food down, oh, on Sunday, oh. We give you on Sunday to buy food, oh." Has Chikedu then asked you if you have eaten? Do you have job? But to you, it's a way to go. Whether you lie, whether you say the truth, it's not going to change anything. The truth remains, the fact remains that our condition in the Nigerian state is not acceptable. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We are just looking for those moral people who had what it takes, who understand the real meaning of integrity, who will lead us on this journey. They are emerging already anyway. And so there are people who has gone through the same ordeal, the same challenge, precarious situation we find ourselves as we speak. They were able to navigate their way through the wilderness, and today most of them may be quiet. I was listening to an interview from one of the leaders of this Asian nation. It should be China. He was telling Britain, "You cannot bluff." He told Britain simply, "You cannot bluff." The era of you colonizing us is over. And that is the gospel truth. Let Britain rise up now and tell America, I sanction you. They will not recover. Not even Malaysia or Indonesia. You see, these people they found themselves in the same position. But then, Britain has to do what they had to do because it was necessary for them to get where they are. And then those people have to fight to survive because it is necessary. They have to survive. But this is the case of Biafra. Let us compare the ordeal of the people of Israel, and maybe we'll begin to get it a little bit. The founding fathers of the state of Israel, it's not about miracle, but was actually fashioned out by noble men. It just switched here. The capital of Israel moved from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. This is something they long for a very long time. It looks it will never happen. The United Nations so many times has written resolution against the people of Israel. Many people have stood against moving the capital of Jerusalem from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. They have been against it. The Israel never dish out propaganda. The Israeli never bluff about it. They never threatened anybody. But I can assure you as we speak, it is done. It's not an act of miracle, but these were fashioned out by noble men. People planned it. The people of Biafra have found themselves even in a worse spotlight than the children of Israel. But unsuccessfully, we have been unable to make proper use of experience and strategy, just like the children of Israel took advantage in their own case. Of course, time will not permit us to begin to consider the state of Israel in the Bible time, but rather I will pay more attention on the event between 1945 to 1952 on how they got their land back just within a period of 12 years. The people of Israel, we have suffered more than them. After the Second World War led by Adolf Hitler, Israel do not have any piece of land referred to as Israel or Jewish state. They were in British controlled Palestine. They were scattered all over the world. And then maybe according to Bible prophecy, their blood lineage was almost being bastardized. And so they have more job to do than you can imagine. And so the people of Israel were in a mess. And so after the World War, Second World War to be precise, in 1945, men came together from around the world. They gathered themselves. Because at this time, it's a very confused state that the Israelis found themselves. The issue of Holocaust was there. You can talk about the Holocaust by the Nazis, but they were being killed everywhere around the world. And so the people of Israel has more complicated issue at hand. The Jewish Americans rose up and came together. We cannot allow our people to be dying. These are wealthy people. They are comfortable in America. Go and look at the families of the Rockefellers. They were part of the team from the American Angles. among other noble Jewish Arabians, British Jewish, Jewish American, Jewish India, Jewish Nigeria, all the Jews all over the world, they were able to congregate around themselves. They made plan, and that is what we are going to review tonight. Of course, there may be so much noise coming from the background here, but we see how we manage, because it is raining heavily from this side, and I hope it will not disturb this broadcast. Then we continue. Now, the first thing the people of Israel did is to have a state of Israel. Today, Biafra has not been bastardized. Biafra is still there. The name still torment the enemy of Biafra. We still know the location of Biafra. And the truth is that we are Biafrans. And so our situation is not even as worse as theirs. They gather themselves. They mobilize themselves. And having mobilized themselves from around the world, they started this journey in 1945 and then to 1947. For 2 years, you see, most people do misunderstand the issue of consultation. When we talk about consultation, some people believe we are going to beg anybody, come and do Biafra, come and join us, Urobo be Biafra, Ishakiri be Biafra, everybody be Biafra. That is not the main reason for consultation. That is not the main reason for consultation. It is part of it. The first thing the Jewish state did was consultation, because now they have Jewish America, they have Saudi Arabia Jewish, they have Palestinian Jews, they have Indian Jews, they even have German Jews. Jews were everywhere. Their value has changed. Their culture and tradition has changed. A lot of things is not right, and it will be suicidal for anybody to stand up and claim or authenticated or claim that they are the one who are the original. It was suicidal. They came together. For 2 years, consultation went on. And then when they are done with consultation, 1945 to 1947, they knew they were ready. The next thing they did, having gotten the consent of everybody, is to inspect the land. They now said, okay, let's go and see the land of Israel. When they got there, Israel occupation was there already. And somewhere along the line, they need their land back. What were they to do? They gathered money. They made contribution. They went to the middle of Israel. They built a warehouse. They built a company. They sent some intelligent Jewish Israelis to work in that company. They employed both friends and enemy alike. And so they controlled the heart of Jerusalem. The second thing they did, this having been done, they have access to the land of Israel. They petitioned the United Nations. It is called the 181 resolution. United Nations 181 resolution. They made the United Nations to understand. That is the third thing they did. We want our land back. We want our land back. They wrote a petition. It is sometimes referred to as 181 United Nations resolution. And having written that resolution, they formed policy. Policy were formulated to checkmate or manage the unforeseen circumstance. They knew a lot of things is going to happen, but they followed it stage by stage. They formed the military. I need you to monitor how they restore Israel back. First of all, consultation were made. Not I beg you, make una come, Ijo, come, everybody, make we restore Biafra. No. It goes beyond that. Having consulted everybody because of the diversity of the nature of the people of Israel, it was a very complicated one, like the case of Biafra. But we all know the truth already. They went to the land and did inspection. Who has inspected the land of Biafra? Unknown government. And having done inspection, they wrote petition to the United Nations. We want our land back. They knew it was not going to be an easy journey. And so the fourth thing they did was to formulate policy. What are some of these policy? Number one, they build their military. You can call Mossad, you can call them Zionists, you can call them, but they built their ministry to the extent that as we speak today, the Israeli people, once you graduate from secondary school, you go to military training. They formed their military because they have their agenda planned out already. And then in that same process of forming polities, they reorganized their people. Their value system, their culture and tradition were almost bastardized. The issue of religion was discussed. Their economic stature was reconsidered. Solution on how to fall back, peradventure things didn't go well, were all reconsidered. Policy were formulated. Some of you are on social media. Please give us palliative as we go stay house all these days. I beg, give us palliative. There was no need for that. There was no need for deception. Under this fourth agenda, which is the formulation of policy, they understand the need why ideology must be reintroduced. Idea must be brought to the table. Opinion must be considered. And then when this is done, the people of Israel rose up. And it was war. War. It was war. And I hope you understand. Arab nation invaded Israel territory. Following the announcement from the Declaration of Independence of the State of Israel on May 14, 1948. That is 3 years later. 2 years they planned solidly. And on the third year, 1948, they declared the State of Israel. And from that 14th of May, 1948, since the declaration of the State of Israel, Israel fought 8 wars. 8 wars, instanta, 8 wars with its neighboring Arab state. The two major of this war is known as Palestinian Arab Uprising, known as the first Intifada and the second Intifada. I don't know if somebody understands. Let us come back in a different pattern. The children of Israel were scattered across the globe, just like the people of Biafra. They were being hunted down like chicken. They do not have a country to call their own any longer. Most of them who were successful and doing well, scientists, engineers, academics, professors around the world, they do not have any reason why they should fight for Israel to be restored. But they understand that it is their responsibility. They gathered themselves. And with time they see that their value has changed. Some of them are Muslim already. Some of them are Sadducees and Pharisees. Some of them are Arabatarian and Arakatarian. Different religion is going to be an issue. Because do not forget that the Fulani, the Muslims, see us, the Christians, as infidel. They had all this challenge to reconsider. And having considered it, there was need for consultation. For instance, we call God Chukwukika Biama. That is what we call God. But it was a secret name of God. And then I will come and tell a German, can you even pronounce Chukwukika Biama? And now, a religious fanatic from a John nation must ask you, what is Chukwukika Biama? I'm not comfortable with that name. Oh, you are a saboteur. You are not part of this Biafra again. Listen very well. These are some of the reasons why we are here. Those are the consultation where we are. People must be allowed to air their view, express their fears. And the moment that was done, all of them agreed. In the way you see where we keep what did they do? They went back to the land of Israel. Some came from Britain, some came from America, some came from even the frontier desert of the Arabians. Everywhere all over the world, they gathered in Israel. They made contribution. They bought a warehouse. It was later converted to a company. They sent the intelligent ones to work in that company. They employed friends and enemy alike. And this gave them a foothold in their land. And finally, they wrote a petition. We want our land back. It was after a few years after the World War. And then, having written this very petition, they formed policy, initiate strategy, and once that is done, they declare war. In less than 7 years, they fought 8 wars. 8 wars. With nations they can't even survive in 1 hour. Fierce warrior fought to defend their land. This is the reason we came here, not to talk on social media. Am I a journalist? We came to defend the land of Biafra, not to raise fund. Rubbish. But today, in Biafra agitation, what exactly have we done? Let's follow the Israel pattern now. Israel came together. Where are Biafrans? Scattered everywhere. A lot of people are not comfortable with Biafra because they are partly Yoruba now, they are partly Igbo. And some are partly Abo and they are partly Hausa. I have a younger brother who is a marine police. He is married to a Fulani woman. And each time I look at the family, I just don't understand. And so when Biafra come, I'm going to kill my younger brother's children. And each time we'll talk about challenges, the wickedness of Fulani and the rest. It creates division. It deepens hatred. It deepens confusion, a deepened frustration. An issue need to be discussed. The people of Israel understand the implication of this. Today they've created a platform. Oh, I'm a Jewish American. Oh, I'm a Jewish Indian. Oh, I'm a Jewish this. I'm a Jewish this. That platform helped to soften and solve a lot of problems. Today have we done it? Inside the same Biafra, I'll see some people say, I saw this our cousin brother, no one follow us. Let us leave them and then fight Igbo. You are the demon inside Biafra Restoration Project. You watching now the Kano is showing his color already. Most of you didn't see it. Eastern security. Is it fighting for Eastern or is fighting for Biafra? But we know the truth already. Chike Dozem is telling you, we will shut down the land of Biafra. We will shut down. Where is the land of Biafra? Come and shut our border and make thunder fire all of you. Criminals. In 2014, we were shutting down. We went to Abo, shut the police station down, shut everywhere down. From Abo, Orogodo, from Orogodo, Uromi Junction, we marched to Enugu. That was when there were genuine people who were actually on the front line. So when you hear Chike Dozian tell you, yes, we shut down Biafra land completely. Where you want shut down? You be idiot. Come Otueke, come shut and down. Mad people. You think we are bad, you will chew and put in our mouth? But to you, all these things doesn't matter. But these are the things that are hindering the restoration of Biafra. I swear to God, in this instance, if anybody march that you want to restore Biafra or Niger Delta, you are not ready for the sabotage that is coming for you. Because Nnamdi Kanu, among others, has been able to create internal enemy more than external enemy. You made them open enemy. Now they are ready for you. Biafra cannot come in that deception. In that guise, it cannot come. The people of Israel understand why these issues must be considered, and they did their job well. And when they are done, they said okay. They sent delegates. Because these people were not in Israel. Today we are here in Biafra land. Those of you in diaspora, you cannot function without us. You cannot bypass us. The highest thing you do is you look for how to kill us. How many of us are you going to kill before you get this Biafra? Because everybody know the game now. Now they can't trust you. How can you give us Biafra? They came home. They sent delegates. The people in Israel are jobless. The territory was occupied by British. Palestinians take advantage of British influence and subdue the people of Israel. They first of all empower them. On this platform, I talk about youth empowerment. People don't understand because they want us to come here and explain everything. But of course, many people are not ready to commit their worth to this struggle any longer because Nnamdi Kanu and his family member has stolen all the money, all the contribution made from transmitter till this very moment in the name of raising money for ESN. And with what we know, people want to change our orientation. You are hallucinating. They empowered the people on ground. Everybody was properly indoctrinated. And that having been done, they formulate policy. Today, many people who are shouting Biafra, Biafra, they don't even know what is Biafra. We are looking for Biafra, we are looking for Biafra. ask them simple question. They know nothing. You can say things to boost people's morale, but there are time for impression and time to face reality. And when that time comes, we shall know the truth. Nobody dies for what they do not have faith in. Nobody will gladly lay down their life for something that is valueless to them. We understand the value of Biafra. We understand how important it is to our people. We understand that if in the process of fighting for Biafra we'll die, it is worth dying for. It is worth living for. Not because of shenanigans being put up by anybody. Not because of lie, propaganda, deception dished out by anybody. Because we know that restoration of Biafra is the beginning of restoration of all that is good. And we will fight to the end. We will fight to the finish. We can assure you that. The people of Israel understand all these things. They mobilize their people. Formulate policy. Now the Kanu miscalculated. He never know we will get to this bus stop. Because to him, he was going to be asking, holy, 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 and now the Kanu is another idiot, holy, holy. He thought that is how it's going to be. This is the time people will have to ask questions. There is no shortcut in this journey. No. The earlier we get acquainted with what is obtainable, the better for all of us. You think we shall see to that. The petition United Nations. 12 years, I'm telling you, they have target. Dr. Okado always cry and said we are wasting time, no agenda, no target. We talk and talk and talk and we move on. Having done the needful first of all, the next thing they did was to petition United Nations. United Nations Resolution 181. It was not entirely in their favor. Neither do they expect it to be in their favor. Nobody will give us Biafra. Neither are we begging anybody to give us Biafra. But then we must be ready to do the needful as when necessary. Having written the petition, what did they do? Whoa. Whoa. The essence of that petition is to raise up a testament against the supposed world power. African Union do not have regard for right to self-determination, even though the chapter 20 of their charter recognize a right to self-determination. Have they said anything about Biafra? And then why will we blame them when we do not have any official document? Push to them. Are you telling me there is no Biafran anywhere in this world who can make African Union to rise up and look into our matter? We have not done the right thing. And so if African Union has not said anything about Biafra, not even a single country, the ones that gave us support before now, they are even hiding back because they do not understand the kind of criminals that are fighting for this Biafra any longer. And then is it United Nations? For more than 5 years, now the Kanu will wear suit, jump from one gate to another. Most of you have forgotten, is it Tom Tom Abi Cambridge, the one that went to White House? Oh yes, we are in the White House now. We are going to see Donald Trump. I am walking in the lobby of the White House. We are moving now. The next day, they cannot carry bag like native doctor with Rabbi Charles them. Yes, we are United Nations. You see the gate. Now get to now go look all these criminals. Very, very annoying. Travel the whole world. We are in Geneva now. This is the picture. Yes, we are in the addressing world heaven. We are addressing, just lying to the people of Biafra. This is over a decade. The same Kokabu story. Israel is restored as a nation today. I was not there. I was not born there. But I cannot categorically go back into the archive and I tell you that they made a petition to the United Nations known as Resolution 181. If I ask punk people now, yes, so Shebi, we went to United Nations. They now show you picture of Nnamdi Kanu at the gate of BBC. They report to BBC, they report to Al Jazeera, they have told the heaven and earth, and there are mad people everywhere. You cannot plant cocoyam and expect to live yam. You cannot plant cassava and want to harvest rice. He that sow to the wide wind will of the wide wind reap corruption. Let us be guided, people of Biafra. They wrote petition. And immediately after that petition, war. War. Very few Israel are in the land of Palestinian British territory occupation. Few Israel. But then from around the world, they fought the Arab nation. 8 different war. Go and ask the Arab nation, the Arab League. Go and ask them. Tiny Israel. The same way Tiny Fulani is ruling all of us. It is with special plan that determine the success of any war. In less than 5 years, 8 solid war was fought by these people who are just recovering from extermination. But what are we doing? Now the Kanu to justify that he knows what he's doing. Go to the bush, run to the bush, unknown gunmen, ESN. Now we have raised the dragonfly. We are going to kill you where you kill us. But you are on social media now shouting, hey, we 3,000 people were killed though. We have counted 3,000 dead body for Enugu. Enugu Ogwe. 3,000 people have died though. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Why wouldn't they rape your mother before you're present? Why wouldn't they rape your sister, even your wife, before you're present? Why wouldn't they carry gun and be shooting sporadically without considering innocent women, old children around there? Why would they defile our land with boldness and dignity when you are the one setting us up? By now, all of you should know that if they lie, let them kill all of us. You cannot attract the sympathy of any country, not to talk of international community. Prepare iron, put iron on the road. Every weather in Biafra land, I command you, begin to walk nail, choke all the tire, kill all of them, burn Tinubu house, scatter everywhere, and you went to buy a house in Kenya with numerous girlfriend in Kenya, name a big boy, traveling with private jet. But there are still Mugu, when Mugu fall, guy man chop. And now you see, they didn't make noise about the war. They fought the war. The war is still ongoing. And I can assure you, they are not talking about it. They are still defending the land of Israel. Who are those who love their people? Netanyahu, each time they remember the victim of the Holocaust, every year, he always makes a statement that at a particular time, noble men, Jewish noble men and women across the globe rise up and say, never again shall we be homeless. Never again shall any uncircumcised Philistines defile our women. Never again will the history of genocide repeat itself. Never again. Have we gotten such men? Have we gotten such men in Biafra land? And when your brain is being manipulated, we will kill you, we will shoot you. Look at China Sanguru. Una no know waiting on. Uno buala kachi kembeku. Unu ebuela ka chicken beku. We are saboteur. We will kill you. We will. You think it end right there on social media? He who do, he do he. Unu kamare ne here. We know what we are supposed to do. Biafrans has people. Imanandi buga sanying we mado. Biafrans has people. There are certain things we are not privileged to say. But I must tell you, we have people. We can shut down so many systems. We can do miracles. But not this pattern. Not this way. Not this way. We have not done anything. When I was arrested by the DSS, I have said it several times. And then when one of their boss, which I don't know the name, was trying to interrogate me, he said, at that time, Yusuf na Biafra. He said, my brother, let me tell you the truth. Then I have said it, Nnamdi Azikiwe was still alive. He said, if Nnamdi Azikiwe will rise up today and go to the floor of the United Nations and demand for restoration of Biafra, he said, my brother, sharp Biafra will be restored. He said, but all these your big men, they are not saying anything. They are not saying anything. And that is why we know you people are not serious. So they know you are not serious. Some of them are shouting, hey, we give us Biafra. Hey, we are getting Biafra. We are on the way to get Biafra. Biafra is going to come up tomorrow. Hey, you lie. You know truly, fully well, that nothing has been done so far. But somehow, you have to stage manage the brain of the people, and then you can deceive them. It doesn't work like that. And so at this moment, I will let our line open for those who would like to make a contribution. And of course, everybody is expected to come in. Our direct line remain the same. 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line on this platform. And of course, our WhatsApp line is 070, I beg your pardon, 815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. And of course, if you are unable to access this studio line and you have access to any of my social media platform, you are free to call in. For the last time, our direct line is 081-221-52971, and while the WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Of course, the lines are open. And so go back and check history. Israel, for instance. And in some other time, we look at how South Africa was able to fight till they were able to get, what is it called? To get the economic freedom they enjoy today. I am joined by, of course, Ada Biafra. Can you hear me, Ada Biafra?
Yes.
Good evening from
Yes,
here.
I can hear you. Good evening.
Of honor. You're welcome.
Yes, Biafra land. I want to thank you for this evening teaching. I can see from your Facebook that Alamajiri of the Canada Dingos. This one shocked them this evening. They are not commenting anymore. Those that came on time and started quarreling, Madrepo, Mugu, all this, that, your father, dear, your mother, they all run. Because by the time we started analyzing all these things, they saw that they are empty. They have nothing. They run away. They are not in this platform as I'm looking at it. No comment, nothing. They have run. They are just listening because they have seen that they have nothing. That all this while they are just making noise. Before I start, I want to thank our director, Mazi Chembo. I want to thank him for giving us this radio station to speak our voice. You know that because that one radio, I've always said, because it's that one radio that first of all announced Biafra. That is why all of them are there lying to cover lies, lie upon lie to cover lies. That's what they are just doing. Teacher Doziem is there, talking like somebody who is, I don't even know where you always stay and be talking like somebody who is inside container. Nonsense. Have they heard how you analyze? Oh God. Thank you for all of you. I always, every day I wake up in the morning, I say, thank God for Onyibe. Thank you God for Uchemefo. Thank you God for Mazi Obido. Thank you for Dr. Kado. Thank you for many people that Rita, Ada Biafra, Rita and Bogo. Thank you for all these people. Asari, Dokubo, all of them, many are that I can't even remember now to mention their name. Should I call Tidera from South Africa? We stood up. Udowele. Agwan, that's me and her as we are here in Biafra land. And we are talking since. I thank God for our life. This thing showed me that whoever that is fighting for Biafra in the right position, nothing happens to them. If to gather this money that we paid, I am among the people that went and paid money to Germany. Oh God. Instead of this guy to gather that money and build things that we said we will build Biafra land until everybody becomes envy of Biafra. We will build Biafra land. We will continue to build Biafra land until all the whole Nigeria will start begging us to go. You people, you can go. You are intimidating us. We wanted to use intimidation. We wanted to use every means and deal with this concentration called Nigeria. But now they kind find out that we can buy private jets, wear Fendi clothes, wear the Massachusetts or whatever, sitting inside the private jet, gathering money to buy house.
Yes, quite unfortunate. I lost Ada Biafra, and then I want to believe she will be able to call back. Our people must understand there are patterns, there are principles, there are methods. The people who fight to achieve something on behalf of their people, they have strategies, they have pattern. And of course, at this moment, I am joined by our daddy in the Lord, Maze Obide. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, my Reverend.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, my brother. The other one, you are truly a vessel of honor. You made me stand by here for the past hour and a half. I was about to do something, but I couldn't because I was following your narrative to see how you put this together. God in heaven has given you that gift to be able to put it together. I can do it better. I'm not a historian. I don't know how to talk. But God has given you this gift. No wonder He gave a lot of gifts in the house of the Lord. For us, it's for the equipping of the ministry and for the edification of the God Almighty. I thank you so very much. I mean, I've been standing still, honestly, listening how you put this long history together in this short period of time. And you did a very good job. God will continue to strengthen and preserve you until Biafra comes, because there's one thing that I'm sure, that God in heaven whom we worship will take us home. And we are not going to be 2,000 years outside. We are not going to be deprived completely of our land before we come back. We will do it now, and we will do it soonest. We know that our people are refusing. What we've seen today is that noble men who will stand up for their people are now the ones that are encouraging you to join that same crusade and continue to undermine our people. The common saying in that contraption called Nigeria of if you cannot beat them, join them, is what is on the horizon today. I can't wait for Innocent, who witnessed his wife being slapped publicly, who was disgraced by this same gang of barbarians. They did it to so many of us. They did it to Ojos Okano, who is now being paraded, and they are planning to bring him up as the unopposed APC candidate for their 2023. 2 days ago, I was reading all these things on the Facebook and everywhere. They are flashing my younger brother, Ikolobia Nemelo Kolobia. They are now disgracing him for money laundering. And I question the EFCC that is going to pick up Obi Kubana. Does it mean that they didn't see Buhari's son, Yusuf, who gave out iPhones of $1,000 plus each to people who attended his wedding? And all the money is lavished there. I wonder what EFCC is doing, because I don't know what Yusuf has as his profession. I don't know what he is doing. But I do know that Obi Kubana is in the promotion business. So these are some of the things. I know that Ben-Gurions of that time will not wake up because some of them have invested so heavily in Abuja and they are scared of losing a property. They are scared of losing something for their people. And I know that if Biafra comes today, the government of Biafra will pay them all within a year from the resources in Biafra land. But they will not, because of our selfishness and our wickedness. And what is happening today? All of them now are now dragging us. Come on. Let us play the politics. It's a political process. It's a political process. You must play politics before you can get what you want. And I'm looking at Anambra today. And I'm asking this question again. For all these people that is calling for political process, is this politics where the military, all kinds of paramilitary has invaded our land, intimidating, destroying the lives of people, and cowing people into submission for slavery? I keep asking myself, what kind of political process is going on? And you know what, my reverend, this morning when I woke up, a video that I did almost a year populated on my phone. It was last year, November, while I was taking a walk around the block in my house, and I decided to, at the same time, vote for presidential election. This is presidential election in the United States. And I did a live video to show our people what election should be. It was quiet. There was no military, no paramilitary. There was no civil defense, nothing. I walked into the polling booth. The people, the attendants there were very respectful. I was, I was cordially guarded to go and cast my vote. And I came out, tears was flowing out of my eyes. I wiped my eyes up and I said, let me do a live video and show our people what election should be. Today, the military has invaded our land with their paramilitary, the Mopol, everybody is in Anambra State. Today, they had meeting, which they call the stakeholders meeting. And in this meeting, I saw an Archbishop Kuka, now is in Anambra State. He is the only bishop in the land. He's a peacemaker. And I begin to ask myself, where is Archbishop Obinna? Where are all these bishops and everything? Where is Father Mbaka that is praying for Nandekana? Where are all these men that called themselves men of God? So they are now importing a peacemaker from Sokoto to come and talk to the people about peace. And I can tell you, my brother, I was so broken down this morning until you came on. I don't know how else we are going to talk about these things. But guess what? If we don't get up, if we don't do the needful, if we don't look at the golden serpent that God has given us to look at, which is the truth and nothing but the truth. 2000 years is just a child's play for us. Because right now we are still in our land, we still have some of us, irrespective of us who are still outside. We still have a quite number of people down there. We have men who can champion this and put an end to this nonsense. Complete nonsense. But the so-called men are the ones. They are the dotants. They are the ones that are deceiving number of our people. They are the ones calling for election when you see clearly that there's nothing like election, but rather invasion and section. It'll take us a while, but we must tell ourselves the truth. My Reverend, even as you are talking on this radio, my mind went all the way back to the time of Moses, because you just talked history a few years ago, 1948. So this is not like a myth, because I know that a lot of people say they don't believe God. They don't believe the scripture say that. But it's okay. But I do know that some 1,000 years ago, that Moses and the people of Israel was in the wilderness, walking around, just like we are today. All kinds of decisions coming, all kinds of ideas coming. Let's do political process. Let's fight war. Let's do it this way. Let's do that. That we are yet to get ourselves together. We are yet to organize ourselves. We are yet to tell ourselves the truth. Because I remember that scripture, Numbers 21, it talks about how the Israelis were going home. And this king from Canaan, a Canaanite, came to fight them, and he destroyed them. And they cried unto the Lord, and God heard their prayers. Remember, the scripture said they are going to Canaan, right? They're going to Canaan. But they were in Canaan, they didn't know. They were almost there. They were there. This king, a Canaanite, was there fighting them. They cried to the Lord. God rescued them. Few minutes later, they were speaking from both sides of their mouth again, talking against God. You should have left us where we are. We should have been better. We can do politics and get into Biafra land. We are right here. The land is not far away. And God instructed for Moses to make a golden calf, that he who looks at this golden calf, not golden calf, I'm sorry, the snake, after they were infested with serpents were killing them, just like in our land today. We are dying. These serpents in the name of Nigerian army are now killing our people, destroying our people, eliminating our people on a daily basis. But the truth, the simple truth that can set us free, we are refusing. The truth in the form of the golden serpent, which God instructed Moses to put up, so that we can look at the truth and face our challenges squarely. People have decided not to face the truth, but rather we are trying to go the other way around. And I can tell you today, this afternoon, that if we fail to look onto that truth, if we fail to look at that simple truth, that these people are here to destroy us, and we can do something, we can come together, we can organize ourselves better than this Odeshi system, or all kinds of, ranting Because I recall that when you were talking, you said that men, intelligent men, came together. I didn't hear them doing Odeshi. I didn't hear them doing charms to fight. They were intelligent men that gathered together. They talked to themselves. They knew exactly what to do. They put that thing together and they start walking towards their freedom. If we don't do this, I don't know what else we can do. So I'm calling on all Biafrans and all well-meaning Biafrans, all lovers of freedom in our land this afternoon. Biafra already have a de facto government of Biafra. And the reason this de facto government was set up is because we are done with this holy moly single man fighting. The de facto customary government has men who has made volunteers. All you gotta do is to make volunteer. Come in and tell us where you can serve. There's so many areas to serve. We have been making this call for our people to join and make themselves available, not join, but to make themselves available to serve their people. The delay is dangerous. These people have crept into our land. I mean, they are impunity upon impunity. Nobody can challenge them no more. You saw it. You saw what is going on. So we need to do what we're supposed to do. Make yourself available. Call this number that was posted on this platform on the Facebook. You can also reach out to Mazi who is the Information Secretary. You can contact our Deputy Director, our Deputy leader, Sister Rita Nbogo. You can also make contact with Chief Ravo Wazirike, our patron. There's myself on the ground. There's DNC on the ground. There's so many other pro-Biafra groups. We must all come together and do what we are supposed to do. As you come, I urge you to come with the spirit that we must restore Biafra. You must come with the spirit of truth, and we must come with the spirit of humility. Even as we do that, there are other people around that are looking for freedom. There are people that call themselves the national indigenous population that are working together, includes the Yorubas, the people from Biram, the people from Benue, the people from all over that contraption called Nigeria. We must acknowledge what they are doing. We must acknowledge them. We must respect and look at the things that they are putting out there for us to be able to completely bring down that contraption, that monster called Nigeria. My Reverend, I've taken enough. I hope my message cuts across. It's nothing but calling on our people to do the needful. Thank you very much for what you're doing for us. May God in heaven continue to keep and bless you. All hail Biafra, and God bless the people of Biafra and all of us of freedom. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, that is a Mazi Obidi Obienu. We judge people by what is in them. Our people will know the truth, and they will be eventually set free. But no, none of you is considered as enemy, except you choose that position for yourself. We must all learn to return home and do the right thing. If not, you will understand that the pair of light is not in your hand. Of course, Mazubidi has been able to take us to another part in this very broadcast session, and hopefully we'll be able to begin to find our way back from where we have made mistakes. And of course, our sister Ada Biafra, if you are still around there, you can still call back. Please do that. The lines are still open, and you are free to call in. And of course, I know you are there. Can you hear me now, Ada Biafra?
Yes.
Sorry,
I can hear you there. They cut me off.
You're welcome back.
But no wahala. We will continue.
We go nowhere.
We told them we go nowhere. We are the eyes that are watching the Biafra. I told them that all these shenanigans, if they finish, they will come and shake our hands. When that day Kurima was running around talking on radio, did you know that today, though we don't know whether he arranged it or not, whatever, prison is prison. Whether he's arranged or not arranged, prison is prison. No matter how glorified the prison, even if you are drinking coffee every morning, prison is prison. It will never be like somebody who is walking freely. No way. Even if he is the one that arranged it. This guy don't have this Ekperima. In fact, he's not a guy. He's Ekperima. He don't have anything. All this plan where I stopped there when they cut me off, all this plan, none of them, he has none of them. Just some money. They want to have buildings all over the world, all over Africa, so that he can become the powerful man in Africa. He's not fighting for Biafra. Do you know what is happening now? Many people who are ignorant and they have like 3 sons, they send 2 to go and join them and become ESN or no government. Now, if those children die, they will never, if their neighbors were asking the woman, where is your child? Where is your child? Do you know they are calling their name? They are not seeing him anymore. What happened? Did you travel? The woman said that the child traveled, knowing fully well that guy his son, their son have died on the process of doing ESN or no government. But this is the fate that the people are suffering now. Nobody is saying this is my child. Even that one they caught in Anambra, that one they were tying his something on his eyes and saying put him inside car. Don't tie it very well. Tie it very well. You know, those army are using to do just that. That guy, many say that they know that guy, but his family have closed their mouth because they won't say this is my child. He has died. They won't say anything. Nobody wants. I showed it to somebody, said, I know this guy. He just said, I know this guy. He left. See them. Now their children will die. They will tell their neighbors that their children travel to Budoibo. See what now they can have brought to this part of Igbo land. Not all Igbo, because we are speaking Igbo. Just that your own is different, like our own. If I speak my own dialect now, nobody will know what I'm talking about. We have general ones that we talk, and everybody in the 5 states hears it. All this, they just want this man just want to destroy the heart of Igbo. He never for one day dreamed of Biafra, because if he dreamed of Biafra, Biafra would have been restored in 2017. I would always say this thing. He would have obeyed that law they gave to him and released him. He would have obeyed that thing. All those rallies we went to shouting like a mad people in the main road, traveling every day. I don't know how many days I even go to my work. All other ones are travel. He will call us, hey, everybody will be calling, come on, our ceremony. He said we should come Afaruku. All of us will run. The first day, the second day. All these things is not necessary. And he knows very well it's not necessary. But he wants to use it and confuse every one of us. Especially the gullible ones. Those who is not educated like us. He confused all of us. Even confused the educated ones. We would have gone in 2017. That time he came out from that prison. He wanted to mingle around with politicians. He want to get this one with politicians. He want politicians to give him money. He want politicians to be paying him. He want politicians to give him money. He want this one to give him money. All of them started paying him now because they know they are evil. They know that the guy is not doing anything. Let's pay him. Let him get out. That is what they did to us. That 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. All these 4 years we are just hovering around. We are doing nothing. But we don't know. We don't know. This 4 years he used it to gather money. Gather money with his cousin in Neniana. I heard Nani was telling people in social media that Neniana is not her real name. She gave her real name. He saw these people answering fake name, not the kind of fake name, Neniana fake name, Sonata fake name, or whoever. I don't know who is answering the real name. All of them fake name, fake name, fake name, fake name. And you want to bring fake nation or what? Is Biafra fake in their eyes? They never knew who Biafra is self. In fact, now they don't know what Biafra is all about. They just want to cash in, and they are cashing in a big way. But God punish them. Is in DSS custody. Whatever they like, let them use it and do. Use him and do. This guy knew all the things. In fact, you don't know about Biafra. He knew how to steal from people's pockets. And he stole from our pocket and think that he will go scot-free. Those blood of innocent Biafrans that thought they are dying because we said we will restore Biafra or die restoring Biafra. All those innocent blood that he shared on the process of lying and lying upon lie to cover lies. We will hunt him and those that did those evil with him and those his supporters. We will hunt all of them till eternity. We will keep hunting them. Even to the unborn generation, we will hunt all of them. And those that are on your page talking nonsense, we to reach all of them. The main thing that is that if you reach them, they will not talk. They will just run away, both social media and everywhere. They will never say anything about Biafra again. They will burn everything that concerns Biafra. They will deny Biafra in their houses. That's what they are doing. But we tell them we'll go nowhere. He told us, okay, now you want to destroy only 5 eastern states. But in that 5 eastern states, only 3 states are afraid of them. The other 2 states have said if they raise their head there, they will cut it off. And those ones are going on their normal businesses. Everything is going normal, very well there. The other side, nothing. They are afraid. They will close. Hey, let us enter house. What? Let them continue. But what we assure them is that as long as God is there in heaven, Adam is alive. He will not allow Biafra not to be restored. No matter what the kind of tried to destroy what we have built, all the evangelism we have made, all the people we have called up to support Biafra, even if they are not supporting with their money, let them support with their heart and their talking. He spoiled all these things and went and handed himself over to DSS to be safe. God will punish you. God will turn that his plan to go and do something with Nigeria again. He will turn it against him. He will turn it against him because everyone's eyes is now opening one by one. All of them one by one. They are now eating themselves. Now they will carry one propaganda video from Ambassador. They will come and shoot it here and tell us they are clean, they are 300, they are 3 million, they are clean this. You didn't allow your people. Who are you even fighting for? Your people, you are lying to them. For those that you call their children to call, you are lying to them. If they call you and ask you, where is my child? And you say that they are going on training on camp, they will tell them they are in Ebon. Meanwhile, if they call Ebon will tell them they are in Enugu or in Anambra. If they call Anambra, they will tell them they are in Imo State. If they call Imo, they will say they are in Abia. What is all this? Why are you lying to your people? Allow them to see the truth. Many have not even known anything yet. So many are still wallowing in ignorance. I pray that this will reach everywhere, every corner of Biafra land, so that people will hear the truth and understand where we are going. All this, our radio, they have spoiled with lies now. They're still calling it a holy platform or holo platform, whatever they call it. They have destroyed that radio with lies. But God will punish all of them for not telling our people the truth. They are saying they are embarking on 5 days. Who wants to stay in the house for 5 days? 5 days, you want to lock your people. Just only Igbo State here want to lock them 5 days in their house. If you come out, whatever you see, you take. That man that is sitting there will not come here to do that thing. He will send the children of somebody, and those children will go and die because they are enforcing a lockdown. They will die. They will say they are cleaners. What are you doing? Is this kind of country? In fact, it will not come in their eyes. But all of them, I need God to take them to where they will stay, so that Biafra will come in peace. Anambra election will go peacefully. In Anambra, go and vote the person you like to be your governor. Don't be afraid of any bingo. They will not show face. They are talking on social media. They will not show face. All the ones that show face, where are them? They are calling them Fulani. Who are Fulani? Because they use charm on all their fingers. They are doing charm. And they are calling them Fulani. They are not Fulani. They are your people. Want to kill. I know when they started killing all this killing, I told them, this thing is nonsense. So, since you people started killing your own people, you have shed blood. The same blood we are crying that Nigerian state are sharing in our land. You started to share it the same way. Well, I pray that all of them will reap what they sowed one by one. They never know what they are doing now. By the time it will clock 5 years to come, they will see what they did and they will regret all over. They will regret over and over, and it will be too late for them. Even if they repent, it will be too late because nobody will care about them anymore. I pray that Chukwu will protect all of us, the truthful ones and those that have known the truth now. Though all of them that know the truth now, they do run inside their house. They will not talk about Biafra. They will not talk about anything. If you are talking about Biafra in their face, they will say, please, let's talk another thing. That's what they are doing now. But I pray that Chukwu will preserve all of us. The Biafra and the factor customary government, the gathering of, and all those that are suffering in prison because of ignorance of what they don't know. Chukwu will have mercy on them. And some of them who did not do it out of their mind made up to do it, but out of ignorance, God will save them from that. Chukwu will have mercy on them and save them. I'm praying for them because some of them now that are in prison is when they reach prison that they will say, so I don't know what I'm doing. But then they don't know. They are walking out of ignorance. And I pray for my brothers that their eyes will open so that they will know the truth and come out. And if anyone see in the bush, let the person run out of the bush. There is nothing you will find in the bush. This history that was read this evening now, nobody was told to run inside bush and stay inside bush. All of them came together, consulting from one consultant. Now they can tell us that he has consulted everything consultable. We agreed and rejoicing. All this referendum, they are saying no election, referendum, no election, referendum. He told us that it was signed, sealed, and delivered our referendum document. We did not see the document till now, not knowing that it was Atiku money. I told him, you are so wicked. I prayed for you for 9 years. I prayed for you from 2012 that we discuss on Facebook chat, so that I can't even start out the name he was using then. We chat live on Facebook chat. He told me that he will work, he will do everything to restore Biafra. I told him that I did not go to school, I did not have money, but what I have is prayer, and I will give it to him. I will pray for him on a day, every day of my life, until he fulfills this promise that he's making for me today. In 2012 October, I can't forget that day. And later, in 2020, I told Nnamdi Dekano, you see that promise I made to you. This same October, this same year, 9 years later, today, being that was on November, is not October. Because October, I started suspecting him in 2020. Then on November, I told him, you are so wicked. I prayed for you for 9 years as I promised. Today, I told him today I break that promise. I will never pray for you again. I will revise all the prayers that I have prayed for you for these 9 years. You will suffer for what you did to your people. Why did you collect money from Atiku Abubakar? Now they did not reply to me that message to you today, but he read it. All other ones that I'm praising him, doing everything, he will say, Ada Biafra, thank you. Ada Biafra, may Chukwu Kabiyama bless you. Chukwu Kabiyama gozegi. Chukwu Kabiyama gozegi. That's what he was replying. But when I know the truth, I told him that it was Chukwuka that revealed this thing to me. Why did you collect money from Atiku Abubakar? And you are telling us that you are restoring Biafra. I'm revising all my prayers that I prayed for you for all these 9 years. You will suffer for what you did. He did not reply to me again. That's the day I stopped talking to him. I stopped talking to him. I started reversing my prayers. I used anger. I cried for 7 days. I started reversing my prayers. And see him. He will suffer pain. He has not seen anything. Maybe his family, they keep on covering his sins. They will take part from it. They will take part from it. They will take part because they are there. Instead of calling him back to remember the people that are suffering on a daily basis. Did you know what I suffered on a daily basis? To pray for him every day. Every day. Even if I remember it on the main road, I will stand there to pray for him. Did you know how many energy I have lost for these 9 years? All he can do is to lie upon lie. If we say consult, he said he has consulted everybody. He has consulted everything. That these ones are working on this side, these ones are working on the U.S. Senate House, these ones are working on this. We are going to U.S. This guy have done us evil. And he has done evil to the Biafra restoration. And you will receive evil for all that he did. All the people that are saying he is saying history. Is it not people that when he will be broadcasting, people will be sending their search, their findings, and he will be speaking it out because they were trying to make him a big man that he never be. Let him go back to his barbering saloon if he has one set. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for giving us this.
Thank you.
This night.
Thank you very much.
Bless you.
And bless you too.
You.
Good night from here. And of course, this is Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Our lines are always open for you to call in and make your positive contribution. We cannot forget our destination, which is Biafra land. You can get us on FM 100.5 in Anambra State, some part of Anambra State, Nkpo, Tere, Ogbaru, and its environ. And those of you in Delta State, from Onitsha Head Bridge down to Nzene Junction, you can get Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station on FM 100.5. And then those of you in River State, within Obiwale, Aziz, some part of Ikuri local government as well as some part of Obiakpo local government. You can get Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station on 100.5 FM. We are on Simple Radio, we are on app, we're on satellite, we are everywhere on Facebook. But of course, our intention is not to relent in our effort to make sure that not only do we get information to our people in the interim with the speed of light, but to make sure that they are always covered and provided with the necessary information. The issue of trying to restore Biafra is not a game of fantasy. It's not something anybody come up, ginger your muroa, bust your swagger, and then makes you feel as if you are something that you are not. It requires principle. It requires planning. It requires coordination. And this can only happen in the right atmosphere. Today we boast, Israel is coming to help us. Israel is coming to help us. Who came to help Israel? Who came to help Israel? And now you understand why they say heaven help those who help themselves. Of course, our lines are still open. And if you have the privilege to call in, you're free to call in. Those of you on Facebook, our lines are right there on Facebook. And then for those of you who are just joining us, the number to call still remain 08122152971 is our direct line. 08122152971 is our direct line, and our WhatsApp line is 07081545642. 07081545642 is our direct line. And of course, you are free to call in if you have the privilege, most especially now that we are inching closer to the end of this program. Do not forget, strategy were put in place. People did what was necessary. 12 years. 12 years in their weakest state. 12 years. In the most frustrating moment of the life of the people of Israel. 12 years. When it looks like the whole world was against them, they took 12 years. And then here in the issue of Biafra, we have career freedom fighters. They are shouting, hey, we are giving Biafra, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. And then sometimes I begin to question certain things we believed. We sing, why you Biafra wanting to give I may yaka China? In this condition, how many years on? Some boast of when they joined IPOB in which year did they even join IPOB? 1970. They joined IPOB in 1970. And look at, we are still here. One single kernel we've not been able to break. Anyway, on this platform, we do not expect to see everything. We don't expect to open up everything. But understand that the children of Israel, they did plan. They did plan. They strategize. They make plan on how to restore the land of Israel. And accordingly, they did it. When unknown gunmen and ESM, another criminal element, robbing and undermining the position of the people of Biafra, because now they cannot want to kill those he perceives as his enemy. We understand war is inevitable. It may come. But how ready are we? How prepared are we? And in the nearest future, we will have to look at the cause of war. And so when you are jumping up and down, we will kill you, we will shoot you, we will do this. You are endangering the life of our children who are weak and cannot defend themselves. You are prolonging the suffering of our aged mother and father who are weak and cannot protect themselves. You are taking advantage to undermine the right, the position of those who do not share your view. And in the end of the day, you are worse than those you stand to condemn. This having been said, the people of Biafra who genuinely want freedom for our people, this is the time you have to rise up. Look for Biafra Nation Alliance family closer to you. You will understand what you are doing. And hopefully you will be able to have your say in our say. My appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. An apology to those that I did not pick your call because I couldn't pick two calls at the same time. Or that I will not pick your call because I'm signing off now. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from there. Good night and God be with all of us. And of course, on that note, I must remind you, as far as you are a Biafran, Biafrans in Benue State, Biafrans in South, Southeast, Biafrans in Edo State, Biafrans anywhere around the world. I encourage you, get involved in this journey. That is the beginning of the miracle we long for, we seek for, we cry for, we yearn for. Good night and God be with all of us.
Respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Can you hear me now?
Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Osaflani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are killing our people.
No more one Nigeria. The amalgamation is over, man. All we need is Biafra.
I'm not saying this because I'm a Biafra, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that comes. Killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Land is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home, Biafra.
Biafra, land of the rising sun. Bombo clan. It was good and evil and we chose good.
Enegwa is calling Biafra. Anani saying Biafra. Ogoja is saying Biafra. Enegwa is saying Biafra. Urobo is saying Biafra. Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home.
Yo, look again.
Tropical mix.
Biafra, the rising.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.